All right. You guys have asked what that process looks like doing this here. What does it look like when you, because I've shown you videos of how these things lap and everything, and I've shown it to you at this stage several times, but not necessarily while he's in the process. Now you see this right here? That's bad. It needs to be tighter. So that's how that needs to get done, and then he'll come back, and any of these spots that are high, he'll more or less he'll just go back and proof that and make sure that's all good. And then this will get cleaned right here with lacquer thinner real good, right? There's a ton of sealant in here. You can see this seam here goes up and overlaps a ways underneath this seam. So this runs underneath this. This comes up over top of it, right? Everything is overlapped. And then corners where it's questionable and you say, okay, I feel like this is a weak corner. This is all filled with sealant in here. Same thing here. You can see it coming out a little bit. Right there. Out of this. This is full of sealant. Same thing on all of these. That's how that looks. And then this is corrugated still so that that water will run off, and there's a crown in that roof if you can see it. And then this right here is what we call a tar string. You see this? The black in that seam? That's because in the back of this S-lock joint is tar string that we make here. You force it into that over on the brake. Then you bend it back down, crush it, and beat this seam flat while it's in the brake. And then from there, this will get sealed, a nice push bead, so that's forced into that. You push the air out, you let that gas off for a day and a half to 2 days. And then just as it's going out, once it's in the roof sealant process and everything, you put Eternabond tape. Some of you guys know what Eternabond is. It's an incredibly good seam tape for roofs in the RV industry here. And it is its name, Eternabond. That stuff, it does come up in some cases, but that stuff is incredibly good. Then that goes over this whole thing. And there's other videos here on the channel where I show you that. You can go and watch those. But yeah, that's how that's done. He's doing these two. You have that in the right spot?
Probably not.
Yeah, well, don't destroy it,
Kinda,
except for yourself.
yeah. When you actually build one for yourself, it's like, I need to.
You're doing it wrong.
Are you sure?
All right, That's how you do that.
You do it a little smooth.
Little long.
Just a hair.
This side's a slight bit too long. You don't want giving away important secrets, huh? Anyway, you don't want this overlap to be so long that the rail itself is sitting like that, where the bottom of the rail is just above the metal line. You want good overlap of putty tape over top of this and coming all the way down, so that when this rail goes on, you have a good gap underneath it right here. You got that good gap underneath it right there of contact. And then you have this right here to where it's not too high. That way the water will still roll around your corner, right? But your sealant has a nice area to rest in. Anyway, this is why I kind of hung out and watched him do his stuff for so long, is so you could see this process, because a lot of you have asked me this. How do you get that metal bent over?
You have to be ambidextrous. I don't even know if that's the right word.
Ambidextrous. Nate dents them all. Anyway, that's how you do that. So anyway, guys, hopefully that's helpful for you. Not sure if you really want to see more, but wash, rinse, repeat. You know, you do that over the whole thing. Get your staple spacing correct. Make sure it's not too much of a gap in between, otherwise the metal does end up coming up. But yeah, gap it properly, each one of those. And for those of you who are wondering, that's 032 aluminum, sheet aluminum. Anyway, all right, that's it. Cheers, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was helpful.